What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Anonymous here, coming at you live through the power of the internet.
But you'll never believe who it actually is. Well, I bet you cannot even guess who it actually is right now. But I'm going to take off the hat, and I'm going to take off the mask, and surprise, it was me, JonTron, the whole time. Okay, just kidding, it's me, Boogie2988. Or as I probably should start announcing myself as a left-wing activist, German, unemployed youth who lives with his mother, violent Boogie2988. And you might be saying to yourself, Boogie, that was clearly you under the mask the whole time, and only an idiot wouldn't be able to see that. And I would agree. And secondly, you might say, Boogie, I don't think you're German. You're from the United States. And that also seems correct. So yeah, the rest of that stuff seems pretty wrong to me. So since I know this is untrue about myself, imagine my surprise when I got to my email today and saw several people had emailed this to me and tweeted to me. My picture attached to a Brietbart.com article claiming that 92% of left-wing activists live with their parents, 1 in 3 are unemployed, and this is left-wingists in Berlin, Germany. Not here in America, but Berlin, Germany. So yes, I understand that investigative journalism is kind of dead in 2017, but it doesn't take very much investigating to realize that I'm not German, but I'm in fact American. I don't live with my parents because my parents are dead. I'm not a left-wing activist. I'm not very active at all, quite obviously, but I definitely don't lean that far left. I'm moderate. And then on top of that, I'm not unemployed. I obviously do very well for myself here on YouTube and Twitch and social media as a whole. But before I say anything really mean here, and I'm probably going to say a couple of mean things, let me go ahead and say first that I have contacted the author of this article. He explained to me that he did not choose the picture there, his editor did, that he is aware of who I am, and that he's actually a fan of my content and has written favorably about me before, which I do appreciate. He's contacted his editor and asked him to take down the picture, and hopefully they will do that. So I have no beef with the author of this article. Me and him are fine. He's actually been very, very kind to me. But I guess that means that the editor over there at Brietbart decided to just use Google image search for Anonymous, then saw this picture and decided that for some reason, my character Francis making fun of Anonymous perfectly exemplifies his idea of what German left-wing activists would look like and chose to use that picture for that reason, maybe. Or what I like to think actually happened is he was trying to inflame and upset anybody who identifies themselves as the left, and really like gratify anybody who considers themselves the right. Just tried to find the most insulting and offensive picture, and my screen capture from one of my Francis sketches was the best that he could do.
We are anonymous. We are legion. Like a sure.
Which, honestly, I guess I should be flattered, because that was the point of the sketch and the point of the costume was to be over the top and a satire of what Anonymous is and stuff like that. So I guess I am flattered. I really wish he would have asked for my permission first, because if he did, I would have told him no. Because number one, I'm not German, I'm not left-wing, I'm not an activist, and I'm not unemployed, and I don't live with my parents. It's factually incorrect to do that. But secondly, I create my content not to hurt people, not to make people offended and angry. I create my content to make people laugh and give them an escape from the kind of stuff that Brietbart publishes. I want you to come here and not have to think or worry about that kind of scary stuff. So to use me to scare people or to hurt people, no bueno. Secondly, because the only other time that I've ever been on Brietbart, they wrote a positive article about me, about some beef I was having with the folks over at Kotaku at the time. And even though that was a positive article, it generated an incredible wave of hatred. Lots of people sending me like death threats and all this garbage and just screaming at me, oh, you must be an alt-righter piece of shit. I can't believe what a piece of garbage you are. I'm not. I did not consent to that article. I did not grant an interview to the author. None of that. All they did was write about me without my permission or my consent. I still ended up suffering immeasurably because of it. So obviously today when I check my email and see several emails about it and see several tweets about it, I obviously do not want this to happen. I do not want to be the face of violent left-wing Germans. I do not want that. You do not have my permission. Please remove my picture from that article. Not that that will change any of the damage that you've already done, because this article has been shared on Facebook 23,000 times and counting, and that's 23,000 people who perceivably think that I'm some sort of violent activist. I do not want that in my life. I do not need that kind of stress in my life. Please, Brietbart, please don't fucking do this. Because here's the thing, you may not be aware of this, but a good number of your readers are toxic. And a good number of the people who hate your publication are also toxic. And anytime you loop me into anything, both of those toxic groups of people attack me. And that's not something that me and my mental health can handle. So please just take down my picture, take down any articles about me. Please never write about me again. And I understand that you don't have to do that because you have the freedom of speech in this country. You have the freedom of the press to publish whatever the hell you want. And if you want to write about me, I know that you will. But let me just say this. I believe you use that power irresponsibly. I believe that sometimes you write articles that are designed to be inflammatory, and I think that you're using that power maliciously. But that's up to you and the Constitution. It doesn't involve me, doesn't have to involve me. Please just don't fucking involve me. But then again, the author of this article was very, very reasonable, is doing everything that he can to help. He's a perfect gentleman. Hopefully the editor that chose that picture will do the exact same thing and be just as reasonable. Please prove a lot of people wrong here and be very kind and very reasonable. And I will really, really appreciate it. Guys, thanks for watching. I love you very much. And I'll speak with you again soon. Man, what a day.